Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So I've been asked a certain question by different viewers. So it's been I asked this question many times, of course not in the same words, as to whether they should just simply hold cash and wait for a crash to come before investing, or if they should just buy some now and enjoy some passive income and holding some cash as well, so that they can start enjoying some passive income at the moment. And I'm not allowed to give advice, and I don't want to. That's what I always say. And so all I can say is I'm building my cash position. I'm hoarding cash, feeding my war chest, but at the same time I'm staying invested, right? So it's not as if I'm like some people say, oh, AK is so bearish. No, but and if I'm very bearish, then I would probably be selling all my stocks and holding 100% cash. But that's not what I do. That's not what I do at all. And I've never done anything like this before. I mean, I've not been 100% cash for ever. I can't remember when was the last time I was 100% cash. And I've always believed in staying invested, right? Because we don't know what we don't know, right? And you might decide to sell out 100% and stay 100% in cash, and only to see the stock market going a lot higher in the next few weeks or months, and then you say, oh, I'll wait for the boat to come back. And what if the boat doesn't ever come back? So, like say, don't be overly optimistic, but at the same time, don't be overly pessimistic. Like, stay pragmatic. So, recently I came across a video interview with Morgan Stanley's chief equity strategist, Mr. Mike Wilson. And I think what he said in that interview, some of the things he said anyway, made a lot of sense to me. And I think you might find interesting too. So I'm sharing this with my viewers. Okay, so stick around and let's have a listen to what he has to say.
And not have a massive cash position. What is your cash position? How invested are you within your caution?
Yeah, I mean, we're basically 95% invested. We're like 5% underweight equities. And we've talked about this before. We never go 100% cash. If the market starts to believe that not only do we avoid a recession, but there's a reacceleration, that's what we need to see. That's what the market's trying to figure out. Hard landing, reacceleration. This purgatory land is we're just going to kind of slop back and forth, and the market's going to continue to gravitate to the lifeboat. And I want to point something out that's really important for these 7 or 8 stocks this year. Now, X1 or 2, most of the earnings recovery for these stocks has been a result of cost cutting, right? They all got over their skis on too much spending last year. They reined that in, and so they've kind of manufactured an earnings recovery. If they don't see top line reacceleration, this is where we're starting to see a separation now, even in those 7. And I think that's going to be another story for the fourth quarter and next year's. The market wants revenue growth, not just cost cutting stories. Rates are the one wild card, but rates have really surprised everybody, bond investors and stock investors. Normally in the late cycle environment, rates come down. Why? Because the Fed's done. As you know, this cycle is unique. That's the tricky part of this cycle, because the Fed can't be proactive in cutting rates ahead of the recession. So we're just going to ride this until basically you run out of gas. And that could be another year.
And so that's the clip. Right, so just to summarize, 4 points to take away. Number 1, be cautious, but that doesn't mean we have to be 100% in cash. Number 2, the stock market, the way it moves, the price action is a function of Mr. Market's belief. Mr. Market will do what Mr. Market will do. Don't try to second guess Mr. Market. It's a fool's game. Number 3, even for the Magnificent 7 in the US, earnings growth has largely been driven by cost cutting. All right, and we know there's only so much cost cutting you can do before you reach a point where, oh, we can't cut anymore. So what we are looking out for, or what Mr. Market is looking out for next, is revenue growth. So if the revenue doesn't grow, and of course and if there's no more cost cutting available, there won't be any earnings growth, right? And that could be an issue, definitely. And number 4, we don't know when interest rates are coming down, right? So according to Mr. Mike Wilson, well, in the late cycle now, and interest rates being so high has surprised everybody, bond investors, equities investors. But the thing is that usually in the late cycle, we expect the Fed to start cutting interest rates. But now this current cycle is unique because the Fed is caught between a rock and a hard place, which is why I say don't bet on interest rates coming down quickly next year. Okay, so that's all for this video. Hope you have found this useful. If AK can talk to himself, so can you. Bye bye.